Well, good morning. Here we are in Coldingham Priory. Today we're going to be doing a walk around St Abbs Head, and we should have some really nice coastal views today. So this is obviously in Coldingham, and I've done another walk before down to Fast Castle, which is to the north of where we are today, and I've also done a walk from Eyemouth further south as well. So this is a piece of the southern part of Scotland that I've not walked before, so we're going to do it today. So we've got a rough idea about where we're going today, but I'm not 100% sure at the moment. However, once I've done this walk, I'll be doing a map as usual, which you can download from my Patreon page. So I'll leave a link to that in the description below. And thank you for liking and subscribing this video as we get going on another one of these really interesting walks around the Scottish countryside. So we're heading out the kind of northwest side of the graveyard here. We're hoping to pick up the Berwickshire coastal path. That's a path that I did quite a bit of when I was doing Fast Castle. And we're going to follow that a little bit, and then it's going to continue down a Creel Road path to St Abbs. So that's where we're heading. Hopefully we pick up this path, it'll be pretty obvious. So we're going to turn right at the end of this road and join the B6438. I think there's going to be a path on the side of the road, hopefully. I kind of had my fill of walking down the side of roads with my last walk. Let's see what we've got here. Fisher's Brae leading to Chariot Road. We're going to have to cross the road. It's quite busy today. So we've actually decided to take a bit of a detour already and go this other route, which branches off from the path we were going to take, but heads in the kind of same direction. Okay, we're just leaving Coldingham now, and there's a sign here, Coldingham Sands. It's a little path that goes along the side of the road. This is actually quite busy relatively, and also there's a lot of people out walking today. We've passed quite a few people already, so this must be quite a popular route. Well, it's looking pretty busy down there on the beach. There's also a beach cafe here, which is pretty cool. It does say Coastal Path, St Abbs 1 mile, which I believe this is it here, so we're just going to head up this way. Coastal path to St Abbs. So that was Coldingham Bay. Pretty cool, lots going on. Looked like it's a good place to go surfing as well, but not today. The sea is absolutely flat today. Anyway, cool, it was so much going on, and there was also a raffle there, or a tombola, and yeah, we won 3 prizes. So we're now carrying a bottle of wine with us, which we, I don't know, might have that later, you never know. Anyway, we're up here on the coastal path now. Our next stop is St Abbs. The sign is saying locally known as the Kip Rock, which I think is probably that one there. Just kind of sticking up on its own. See if you can see it better around here. There we go. Pretty cool. Okay, we're now in St Abbs. It's a pretty cool house, this one. Fantastic views as well, look at the garden. So we've decided to do a bit of a kind of side quest by walking right round the harbour walls. You don't need to do this if you're doing the coastal walk, but it looks like a lot of fun, so we're going to go and do it. So yeah, we're on a side quest. Oh, there's a St Abbs aquarium up here if you want to have a look at some fish. I'm not going to do that today, but yeah, if you want to, there you go. Free admission to the visitor centre if you want to come here and have a look around. Okay, we're back on the coastal path, so that officially ends our side quest to the harbour. It's a really cool place there, nice to chill out for a while, especially in the weather that we've got today. But yeah, let's go on with the coastal path. Well, hopefully we will be back because we've got to come back to the car. Anyway, which way are we going now? St Abbs Head Nature Reserve. There's so many people walking this path today, it's very popular, and it's really unusual for us as well because we're normally doing walks where we don't see anybody the entire day. So this is like a metropolis to us. Oh, it was really busy back there, poaching with folk, but hopefully it'll get a bit less as we get further away. I'm going to head up this way. You can now see the lighthouse in the distance there. We're going to be heading over to that point. Some absolutely fantastic cliff views here. Obviously you've got to be careful because it's quite steep, so don't lose your life for an Instagram photo. But anyway, we're just going to follow this path around and head on over to that lighthouse there. So we just rejoined the Berwickshire coastal path, so I think that takes us all the way to the lighthouse now, so we're just going to follow this. Okay, we're just branching off to the left here because we're going on another side quest to this over here, which I think might be the old kirk, or it might just be a wall. Anyway, we're going to go and have a look. Well, I think this is just an old walled garden or something, but not very interesting, probably not worth going off the track, so we're just heading back pretty much where that guy is on the horizon, heading over to the lighthouse. So I'm going to end the side quest here, and that was a pretty disappointing one. Well, it looks like you can rent this place if you want. Okay, so this is the viewpoint just beside St Abbs Lighthouse, and annoyingly the weather's closed in a little bit and it's now raining. So it was forecast to rain, but not until about 5 o'clock, but it's come in now. Oh, it says here about the Smuggler's Trail, which is what we followed from Eyemouth down to Bournemouth. I'll put it on screen anyway, you can watch that video. There's the lighthouse across there, and up this way Fast Castle, I think, is just at the other end of this little sticky out bit here, just round there, which is where I was in a previous video. And over this way, St Abbs is somewhere down in there. You can see the ruin church over there, or is it a kirk, way in the distance. But it is getting a bit more windy and it is a bit rainy. Okay, coastal path to Westerside Dean. Across this way. Whoop. Ah, we got a bit of a standoff here. Need to go up this way. These sheep don't seem to be bothered. Well, that was quite a steep climb, but up and over here, and we'll continue on to our right. So it's been a bit of a climb to get up here, and now we can see this pole here, and if I swing this way, there's another one over there. So those are Admiralty distance poles, and apparently this way there's a measured mile and there's another 2 poles. Anyway, the coastal path continues along this way, but we're actually going to cut off the path now and head through this field and up between those 2 little bumps up there and hopefully get to the loch. So we just come up a little bit of a hill there, and this is a hill fort and settlement. Nothing left of it now apart from just some place for sheep to hang out. Oh, here's one here. These sheep are nothing like Highland sheep, they're quite tame. Well, I say tame, compared to Highland sheep, which would have run off miles by now. These ones, I guess I may be used to people wandering past. So I think just on the horizon about there and there are the other two poles from the measured mile. But we're not going over there today. We're stuck in the middle of this sheep field. We're going to head down to the loch down here. Okay, there's a gate here to get out of this field, which is great. And then we're just going to head down to this loch. There's a couple of people out. Looks like they're fishing on the loch as well. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we're just coming down past this boathouse here. This is Coldingham Loch that we're just approaching. And we're just going to skirt around the west side of it. No, the east side. Skirt around the east side. I guess this is just some fisherman's path. So I think this is called Westlock House. Hopefully we're just passing through. Which way is it? Maybe this way? Okay, we're just joining a bit of a road now. Loch cottages and fly fishing. That's where we've just come, but we're going to head up this way now. Straight back to Coldingham. I think it's around about 4 kilometres now. Coming along that road, it's just been walking through like farmland. It's not been very interesting, but we're going to take a left down here. And this isn't on Ordnance Survey, but Komoot says that we can get down this way. So yeah, we're going to give it a try. This is just really the outskirts of Coldingham now, so we're very close to being back at the car. But we're going to go to the kind of village centre and see if we can get an ice cream or something, because it's quite a hot day. I mean, it was starting to rain a little bit back there, but it's not really amounted to anything, and it's very hot and humid, so it's been good, but very tiring. I think an ice cream will sort things out. Anyway, we're going down here. It looks like there's a path through the woods here, so maybe that's what Komoot was telling us was here. So let's take that route. Oh yeah, there's a sign here. Okay, cool. Okay, we're just going to take a right up to the road here at this little ford, and we should be almost back. Always a war memorial. Oh well, the coffee shop and ice cream place where we were going to go is shut, unfortunately. Anyway, here we are back at the Priory. So that concludes our walk. If you're looking at Strava, it's 14.59, so I'll say 14.5 kilometres for this walk. So it's been pretty good. I think the last bit was a bit uninspiring, but the rest of it was really fantastic. Don't forget, I'll put the map onto Patreon so you can download it there if you want to follow the route that we took. I'll leave a link in the video description and you can download it. And also thanks very much for liking this video, I really appreciate that. And if you want to subscribe, you'll see more videos like this, but I'm not quite sure where I'll be next. So I hope you can join us, and I'll see you on my next video somewhere else in the world. See ya!